You are truly about to get a behind the scenes moment because I thought I was coming somewhere in my house that I could low key film a quick little video because something was on my heart, was on my spirit. You know, I want to do things as genuine as possible. I wanted to have a conversation about dating as a single mom. And I came into my dining room and someone followed me. So in the background you hear electrical Jeep, toddler Jeep. Don't come this way. You can't come this way.
Mommy.
Yes.
Mr.
And while we were talking, I was going to do my nails. I'm going to do my press-ons because I'm going out in a couple hours for my friend's 40th birthday. We're going to New York. And I wanted to do my nails. Put my headband on first. Get myself all the way together. But I said, let me let them hear the shenanigans in the background. All right. So the Jeep is still directly next to me. I'll try to slide it back. And somebody's in the background.
Well, Giuseppe.
Moving on to Legos.
It's sexy to do the one.
Move on to the Legos. I'm using this as a mirror. Okay. So I didn't even realize I didn't get kissed nails. I always get kissed nails. I'm gonna have to use a different nail glue because if it's not the pink one that I'm used to using, oh, it's an answer me. That's why I always use kiss nails because I love this glue. But I'm using something else called Goldfinger. I've been wearing press-on nails at this point since before the pandemic. And I discovered them. I was with my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Casina. And her and my mom and I were out and about somewhere, and she had these really cute nails on. And I'm like, oh my God, you're paying all that money to get your nails done? She was like, no, these press-ons. And she took my bag and she was like, look. I was like, what? Those are super cute. So since 2019, because I remember having them on for my birthday, my birthday where it was 2020, January 2020. I had a pink pajama birthday party in my house. And I remember having them for that. And I had black ones on that day, but I was supposed to put pink ones on to go with the theme, and I just didn't get around to doing it. So at that point, I had been doing it for a while. All right, let's try this again. So I'm about to do my press-ons, but I wanted to have a conversation with the ladies about dating as a single mom. So, you know, I already know. I have a 16-year-old teenage daughter, so you already know it's hard dating with a daughter in this society, how difficult it is to try to, get to know somebody and feel comfortable with possibly bringing around your child. Because one thing about dating, you could say you don't want the person to meet your kid, but if you're really, really a single parent, it's hard sometimes not to. Especially if you don't have a village, right? So it's like, I want to get to know somebody. I ain't trying to grow old alone. And we all deserve companionship. No matter what people say, I don't need nobody. I don't want nobody. I can do bad by myself. Yes, I agree to all that. We don't need anybody. Shit, all we need is our damn selves. But at the end of the day, who wants to live their lives like that? Who doesn't want a healthy relationship, a healthy companionship? And I feel like we are all deserving of that. We just have to believe we're deserving of it, right? We can't let life control us settling down or being with someone because of the poor decisions we could be making, right? So I always laugh, and I've been laughing about this stuff for years. I laugh about the memes and the videos about the dating pool. You know, they like the dating pool got piss in it. Or they be like, the dating pool is so ghetto. There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. And I be like, I never agreed to that. I think they're hilarious, but I don't agree there is nothing out there. I don't believe that. That's true. What happened to the saying, there's plenty of fish in the sea? Like, there's plenty of people out here to date. Now, as women, we have to take accountability for dating the wrong type of guy. Because one of my pet peeves is when I'm talking to another woman and she hit me with the, ain't no good men out here. I'm like, that's not true, sis. It's not true. It's a bunch of quality guys out here. What type of guys are you pursuing? What type of guys are pursuing you? What type of guys are you entertaining? Because if you feel like there's no quality men out here and you dating Mr. Wrong over and over and over again, then you got to look at yourself. What could I do differently? What have I done wrong? And paying attention to the red flags. I feel like that's something we don't do often enough. Like, we let a lot of things slide. We don't pay attention to the things that come out their mouth in that very first conversation, in the first 2-3 conversations. Because I know for me, I can definitely tell y'all, it's been times I've like been on the phone with somebody early in the dating game and they've said something crazy. And instead of being like, you know what, we are not equally yoked, I cannot see this person in my future, I would still entertain them. And weeks and months down the line, I'll be looking back like, I remember that very first conversation or that second encounter where the person said something and God was giving me a sign and I completely ignored it. I remember it and I'm like slapping myself about it. And sometimes we find ourselves, we be in too deep at one point. We be like, oh man, I really like him, or he's going through something, I don't just want to get up and leave. And we can't keep doing that to ourselves, because then we're going to keep saying ain't no good men. So, the thumb that came up. We're going to keep saying there's no good men. If you found yourself trying to date somebody, right, and they're not sending any, they're not communicating with you frequently or on a daily basis, they not responding to texts, they showing up to y'all little gatherings late, all they want to do is pull up and meet you outside somewhere, they not planning any dates or anything like that, then that should be a red flag. Because at our big age, or the people that's probably going to be watching this, we all want to be courted, right? Like, my grandmother be like, you need to be courted. For real. How can we get to know each other? Are we really getting to know each other in the car in front of my house? Like, that's a real throwback move. We sitting on a porch. You ain't trying to go outside, huh? What you running from? What you hiding from that you can't go outside with me? I done moisturized again, y'all, with my daughter's Aquaphor. I don't know what I'm thinking. I just didn't want to show it to y'all ashy. My skin has a natural glow to it, though, so I'm going to stop doing that. Y'all going to see me doing this every time. Anyways, but yeah, we have to take accountability for ignoring those red flags and then getting upset down the line when they do some of the things they showed us that they were going to be doing early on. We don't set the expectations early on. We think we're going to turn them off. If you turned off by my expectations, then I don't want to be with you. When I was dating heavy, I used to say crazy stuff in the beginning on purpose just to see if it would turn them off. I'm like, if that makes you uncomfortable, then this ain't the place for you. And I'm okay with that. You can't be settling because and lowering our standards to make other people comfortable, that we live a long life of awkwardness and confusion and frustration because we didn't speak up early on. Nope. Tell them what you want. And y'all probably like, girl, you ain't even got a husband yet. I sure don't. But I feel like I have a really good judge of character. I really feel like I have a good judge of character when it comes to dating. I'm in a healthy relationship right now and I'm happy, I'm blessed. But prior to him, I feel like I dated some pretty decent dudes, some decent quality dudes. We just weren't equally yoked. And that's the thing about it. I'm not settling just to say I'm in a relationship. I'm not going to be with somebody just to be like, I got a man, y'all, and be sitting over here unhappy, because I've been there. I've posted and I've been miserable on the other end. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who has been in a relationship and post and be miserable. It was years ago, but I'll never forget being a fraud. Fronting. Because the pictures was cute. But I was so unhappy. So unhappy. Couldn't wait for a way out. But yeah, I feel like I have a good judge of character. Like, sometimes I'm talking to people and they tell me something that God did. And I'm like, how'd you encounter that? Like, that person had to have shown you something early on. Something early on. That was not a complete shock. That was not a complete shock. So yes, I've dated people. They was cool. Outside of the really unhealthy relationship I had years ago, the guys that I dated up until now have been pretty decent dudes. It's just certain qualities and characteristics and the way we would communicate that I said to myself, I'm not staying in this, because I could envision it being a not so healthy place down the line. And if you find yourself seeing those red flags, it's okay to walk away. You don't have to be in those situations, especially trying to date as a single mom. Like, you making arrangements for childcare just to show up for somebody that is no future with. Like, don't do that to yourself. And paying attention to things like people showing up tardy for dates. Showing up tardy for dates. It's a red flag as far as I'm concerned, because as a mom, if I'm setting up childcare and I'm asking my auntie or my cousin or whatever, I'm thinking about in the past when I was a single mom of one with a daughter, and I had to make arrangements for my daughter to be babysat while I dated. I remember somebody showed up to the date like 30 minutes late. I said, okay, give him another shot. Mind you, I'm around 27, 28 years old. I'm going to give him another chance. And I remember like setting up the child care with my friend and her mom. And I'm about to walk out the door and he like, don't leave out yet because I'm going to need another. Nope. That was the end of that. That was the end of that, because now you playing with me. The first date you was 30 minutes late. I sat there starving, waiting to eat. And then at Olive Garden, I remember. And then the second day, you about to run an hour or so, because now you playing with me. You think I'm a joke. Nope. So that was the end of that. And I'm looked at, oh, you being dramatic. No, very early on, I knew what I wasn't going to tolerate. What I wasn't going to tolerate. No. And if I see him or I've seen him, probably less than a handful of times after that, it was cool. I'm not beefing with you. You didn't do anything to me. You tried to play in my face, but it ain't worth me, being sad and mad about. But that's another thing. You know how they say when people show you who they are, believe them? In that case, believe them. And be okay cutting somebody off even when they're going through something. I've done it and I've seen other women do that. Like drag out a little situationship longer than you should have because you don't want to kick a brother while he down. No. I'm not going down with you. I'm not going to that happen to me before. Couple days into dating, you going through it. That's your business, sir. I don't even know you like that. But next thing I know, 7-8 months done went by. And when they finally up, I'm just treated like whatever. There's somebody else to do it. Let me put that pinky down. Sorry, y'all. If you know, you know. But yes, ladies, don't let nobody play with your time, especially if you have children at home and you're looking for something serious. Now, if you're looking for a good time, that's your business as well. But if you're looking for something long-term, serious, healthy, don't let nobody waste your time. For real. Because now they're playing with your kids' time. They're playing with your energy, your frustration. I've seen people be frustrated about dating to the point they ain't calling out of work. So now you messing with my money. This ain't that. We ain't gonna have that. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up. I got one hand done for the most part. I was supposed to cut these. I didn't want long nails today. And my daughter was like, just cut them. I'm not trying to cut no nails. I ain't that artsy. I ain't that crafty. And I'll do is just something neat. Aesthetically pleasing. You know, it's time to take pictures. Do boomerangs. Oh, I want to have something cute on your hands. I have some other stuff that I have to do. Trying to get a little drinky drink for the pregame. Since we're taking a ride over to the city, nobody has to drive. Thank God. But yeah, let me know how things are going out there. Are you comfortable dating? Are you nervous about dating? We got to build a little healthy community so we can support each other through the dating process. If you serious and you want to date. All right? Because everybody like, I don't want to date. I don't want nobody. But I feel like we all want companionship. We all want somebody to do that movie night with. We want somebody to check out those new restaurants with. Spend the holidays with. We want somebody to vibe out with, you know. I always say grow old with, because that's the ultimate goal, is to like be with somebody and have some longevity. When you looking over at each other like, remember that time we went such and such and we did such and such together 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Be able to tell the grandkids and the great grandkids beautiful stories, God willing. So that's how I look at people when I'm dating. Can I see you with me telling the kids beautiful stories about our dating and our lives and our vacations? If I can't envision you for real outside of certain things, I'm a keep it moving. And granted, I'm in a relationship. It's not fairly new, but I'm in a healthy relationship, and that's what's important to me. And I feel like we all deserve that in every aspect of our lives. So I'm going to wrap up. One hand done, other almost done. And I'm going to get ready to move on to the rest of the process of getting ready to go outside as a 40-year-old mom with children. My teenager has my son upstairs. That's the only reason why I was able to pull this off. She must have known, because I didn't tell her she had to. But he was down here. I saw him in the beginning. I heard him in the beginning. Running around with the Jeep and trying to sit next to me. It's hilarious. Oh, I hear thumping now. So I'm going to go. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I'm going to probably show y'all like some different clips at the end of this one of me like going outside or getting ready to be outside. Something a little razzle dazzle to the end of the video. Give you a little something if you don't already follow me on Instagram. Alright, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Why not? Because this is the behind the scenes of what you see on Instagram. So, yeah. It's been a pleasure. I hope this video is inspiring and motivating and encouraging to give someone a shot, dating-wise, or cut somebody off, dating-wise. Everybody's not worthy of your time. Love y'all.